Texas Democrats flee state. Dramatic showdown over redistricting explained. In a bold and unprecedented move, Texas Democrats are leaving the state to obstruct a redistricting vote that could significantly favor Republicans. This dramatic action has sparked widespread attention and debate, raising questions about the future of political representation in Texas. The situation has escalated to the point where dozens of Democratic lawmakers have flown to Chicago, where they plan to hold a press conference alongside Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker. This strategic retreat is aimed at preventing a legislative process that could reshape the political landscape in Texas. According to KVUE, a local news station in Austin, at least 51 Democratic members are participating in this exodus, which is crucial since a minimum of 100 out of 150 members of the Texas House must be present to conduct any official business. Currently, Republicans control 25 of the 38 congressional seats in Texas, and they are pushing for a redistricting plan that has the backing of former President Donald Trump. This proposal, introduced by Texas House Republicans, is expected to create 5 new congressional districts that lean Republican, potentially altering the balance of power in the upcoming 2026 midterm elections. Jean Wu, the chair of the House Democratic Caucus, expressed the gravity of their decision, stating, "This is not a decision we make lightly, but it is one we make with absolute moral clarity." However, this bold strategy comes with risks. Leaving the state could lead to penalties, including fines, and Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has threatened to arrest any lawmakers who violate civil laws by fleeing. He stated they should be found and arrested no matter where they go. The redistricting proposal has ignited a fierce debate, with critics arguing that it could lead to gerrymandering similar to what has been seen in California. The current design of the map is said to favor Republicans, particularly in traditionally Democratic strongholds like Dallas and Houston. A previous report highlighted that the new map could displace Democratic Representative Jasmine Crockett from her own district, raising concerns about fair representation. DNC Chair Ken Martin voiced his support for the Texas Democrats, asserting that for too long, Trump and the Republicans have attempted to manipulate the system to maintain their grip on power. He emphasized the DNC is proud to support these legislators in standing up and showing real leadership. We will fight alongside them to stop this anti-democratic assault. In response, Texas House Speaker Dustin Burrows issued a warning to the Democrats, stating that the House would convene at 3 p.m. the following day. He cautioned that if a quorum is not present, all options will be on the table, hinting at potential repercussions for the absent lawmakers. This unfolding drama in Texas not only highlights the contentious nature of redistricting, but also raises critical questions about the integrity of the electoral process. As the situation develops, it invites public discourse. Are the Democrats justified in their drastic measures, or are they undermining the democratic process? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments. Texas Democrats flee to Illinois to block Republican redistricting plans. In a dramatic turn of events, Texas Democrats have sought refuge in Illinois, approximately 1,000 miles from their home state, to thwart Republican efforts aimed at redistricting. This strategic move is intended to prevent the Republicans from achieving a quorum necessary to add up to 5 congressional seats to their electoral map. The situation escalated when Texas Governor Greg Abbott issued threats to expel the Democrats from the state house and hinted at the possibility of extraditing them, labeling them as potential felons. On Sunday evening, the Texas House Democrats arrived at a packed county party headquarters in a strip mall, joining forces with Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker to denounce what they described as a racially biased, unjust, and undemocratic attempt to reshape the political landscape of Texas. According to Jean Wu, the chair of the Texas House Democratic Caucus, around 57 Democrats have left Texas, with most currently in Illinois, while others have traveled to Boston and Albany, New York. Wu accused Governor Abbott of acting under the influence of Donald Trump, claiming that the governor's actions are aimed at undermining the power and voice of local communities. We refuse to be complicit in the dismantling of our own communities. Our purpose here is not to engage in political games, but to demand an end to this corrupt process, Wu asserted. Following a press conference, Wu expressed genuine concern that some members of their group could face arrest for defying the special session call. We have discussed this matter extensively. It is a serious concern. While we know the governor lacks the authority to send state troopers here, we are uncertain about Trump's potential actions, Wu stated. He emphasized that there is no legal justification for arrests, but pointed to the questionable practices of immigration officials during nationwide operations. It's not far-fetched to think they might arrest state legislators on a whim, disregarding the consequences, he added. Later that evening, Governor Abbott reiterated his threats, stating that if the Democrats did not return by 3 p.m. CT on Monday, he would invoke an opinion from the Texas Attorney General that could facilitate their removal from the House. He also suggested that these legislators might have committed felonies by soliciting funds to avoid fines imposed under House rules. The Texas Democrats are facing the possibility of incurring a fine of $500 per day, a penalty established by the Republican-controlled legislature in 2023. Following a previous incident where state Democrats left Texas for 3 weeks to block an elections bill. I will utilize my full extradition authority to demand the return of any potential out-of-state felons to Texas, Abbott declared in his statement. The Democrats' future plans remain uncertain, with Wu indicating a day-to-day approach to their stay in Illinois, which has been coordinated with Governor Pritzker. Pritzker, who has met with the Texas caucus, has offered logistical support, but clarified that he is not financially backing the Texas lawmakers or assisting with their fines. Pritzker accused Texas Republicans of attempting to cheat, and when questioned about his own state's congressional map, often criticized for being gerrymandered, he maintained that there is a distinction. What we have in Illinois is a reflection of our effectiveness in serving the people, leading to electoral success, which is fundamentally different from changing the rules mid-decades because of directives from a cult leader, he explained. When asked if similar actions by California Governor Gavin Newsom and New York Governor Kathy Hochul would also be considered cheating, Pritzker responded, "All bets are off when a would-be dictator instructs Texas to change the rules midstream, especially when they anticipate losing in 2026. Everything must be on the table." Recently, Texas Republicans unveiled a proposed congressional map that could enable the GOP to gain 5 additional seats in the upcoming midterm elections, following pressure from President Trump for a new map to maintain a congressional majority during a historically challenging year for the party in power. This proposed map would realign district boundaries to target current Democratic representatives in urban areas like Austin, Dallas, and Houston, as well as 2 vulnerable Democrats in South Texas districts that Trump won in the previous election. A House committee approved the controversial congressional maps along party lines, with Republican State Representative Cody Vasut asserting that the maps were designed to enhance Republican representation. This map was politically motivated, which is entirely legal and fair, Vasut stated. He pointed out that states like California, New York, and Illinois have significant discrepancies between their seat allocations and the votes they receive, arguing that Texas is underperforming and thus justified in adjusting its political map. This political maneuvering places Governor Pritzker at the forefront of a significant national debate. As he campaigns for a 3rd term, he is also seen as a potential contender for the 2028 presidential election, urging Democrats to resist Trump's agenda. Pritzker's involvement traces back to a keynote address he delivered to Oklahoma Democrats in June. where he engaged in a productive discussion about Texas redistricting with the party chair. He later assured Texas Democrats that they would find support in Illinois, including assistance with accommodations and meeting spaces. Democrats must rise to the occasion and communicate to every citizen in this nation that this is not normal. This is not democracy, stated Democratic State Representative Ann Johnson. Texas Republicans are capitulating to Trump's demands, which is an affront to every citizen, not just in Texas, but across the nation.